What if I told you that the world you see is not real? What if everything you believe in is just an illusion? And what if the truth exists somewhere else, hidden beyond what your eyes can see? Think about it. Every decision you make, every belief you hold, every reality you accept, is it truly yours? Or are you, just like millions of others, trapped inside an invisible cave, watching shadows and calling them truth? Welcome to Zee Mystery, a place where we don't just tell stories, we uncover truths, we challenge your thinking, and we take you on a journey beyond reality. And today's story is about a man, a mind so powerful that even after more than 2,000 years, his ideas still shake the world. This is the story of Plato. Plato was born around 428 BCE in the great city of Athens, a place that was considered the intellectual heart of the ancient world, where philosophy, politics, and art flourished like nowhere else. He was born into a wealthy and powerful family, a family deeply connected to politics and influence. And from the very beginning, it was expected that he would grow up to become a great political leader. But Plato was different. From a young age, he was quiet, thoughtful, and deeply curious. While others were busy enjoying life, he was lost in questions. What is truth? What is justice? What is the purpose of life? These were not ordinary questions. These were the thoughts of a future philosopher. In his early years, Plato was drawn toward poetry and literature. He wrote beautifully, dreamed of becoming a famous poet, but destiny had something far greater planned for him. Then came the moment that changed everything. He met a man who had no wealth, no power, no status, but possessed something far more dangerous: truth. That man was Socrates. Socrates had a unique way of teaching. He didn't give answers, he asked questions. Questions so deep that they forced people to doubt everything they thought they knew. Plato was completely transformed. He burned his poetry, abandoned his old dreams, and chose a new path, the path of truth. He became a student of Socrates, spent years learning from him, questioning, debating, thinking. Socrates taught him one powerful idea: the only true wisdom is knowing that you know nothing. These words shaped Plato's entire life. But then something happened, something that would break him forever. The government of Athens accused Socrates of corrupting the youth. He was put on trial and given a choice: stop teaching or face death. Socrates refused. He chose truth over life. He was sentenced to death. Plato stood there, watching, helpless, as his teacher calmly drank poison, and slowly he died. That moment shattered Plato. It wasn't just the death of his teacher, it was the death of justice, the death of truth. From that day, Plato turned away from politics and chose a different path. He left Athens and traveled across the world, Egypt, Italy, and beyond. He studied mathematics, philosophy, science, but above all, he searched for truth. After years of travel, he returned to Athens, but now he was no longer the same man. He had knowledge, experience, and a vision of a perfect society, a world where truth ruled over power. To bring this vision to life, he created something extraordinary: the Academy of Athens, one of the first institutions of higher learning in human history. This was not just a school, it was a revolution, a place where people learned how to think, not what to think. And among his students was a young man who would later become one of the greatest thinkers in history, Aristotle. Plato's ideas were bold, powerful, and far ahead of his time. He believed that the world we see is not the real world. It is just a shadow. He explained this through his famous Allegory of the Cave, where humans are like prisoners watching shadows on a wall, believing them to be reality, but the truth lies outside. He also introduced the idea of the philosopher king, a ruler who governs not with power, but with wisdom. Through his works like The Republic, he imagined a perfect society based on justice, knowledge, and truth. Plato dedicated his entire life to knowledge, teaching, writing, guiding, and around 348 BCE, in the same city of Athens, he died. But the truth is, Plato never really died, because his ideas still live on. So today, you didn't just hear a story, you experienced a thought, a perspective that can change the way you see the world. Plato taught us something powerful. Reality is not always what it seems. Truth is not always visible, and most people spend their entire lives chasing shadows. The real question is, will you stay in the cave, or will you step out and face the truth? If you are someone who wants to see beyond illusions, who wants to understand the deeper reality of this world, then you are in the right place, because Zee Mystery is not just a channel, it's a journey into the unknown, a journey into truth. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and tell us in the comments what mystery you want us to uncover next. We will keep bringing you stories that don't just entertain you, but transform the way you think. Until next time, keep questioning, keep thinking, and never stop searching for the truth, because the truth is the most powerful mystery of all. Where you can direct a voice, create realistic dialogue, and so much more. Edit these placeholders to get started.